anticipated matchups of the entire regular season. Two national championship contenders, each ranked in the top 5. Which side can step up and deliver on this big stage? Welcome to College Station, Texas, and Kyle Field, the legendary home of the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Texas A&M Aggies. Greenway Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Humstreet. Kirk, let's get this thing going. And the Aggies will kick this away to get us going here. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. He's tackled at the 17, so it'll be better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense gets on the field first today. And remember, the last time these rivals met, Kirk, these guys dropped the hammer. It got ugly.
And Chris, don't underestimate the mental anguish that can put on a team. It's important that this defense plays well and tries to get the ball back to their own offense to give them a chance to build their confidence up.
Grab down the middle. It's Barber.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Looking to throw. It's Sellers. The ball is picked off. Not a great return, but an interception. Right side to scoring threat. Gives the offense the ball at the 32. Outstanding field position to begin this drive. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Short pass finds the tight end. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone. The Aggies are in the red zone. They'll run it here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Looking for the end zone, has a lead. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Aggies.
Because I don't care what era we're talking about in college football. Defending the option when it's really well executed on the toughest defense can do, and this quarterback deserves a lot of credit. A great feel of when to pull it and when to give it. This time he keeps it himself for the touchdown.
Now to line up to take the extra point. See, he makes it 7-0 open score. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. I'm going to take a timeout while they check it out. Kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. Drive stays alive with that first down completion.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it's simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Keeping it on the ground here. It'll be Smothered right at the line for no gain. So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can you keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? He dumps it off to the tight end. Brought down and crosses midfield to the 46.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Kirk, all these players aware, if you can make your mark, if you can make a special moment in this kind of rivalry game, that's just remembered forever.
Chris, that's so true. I mean, I played in the Ohio State-Michigan rivalry, and unfortunately, Desmond Howard had his moment where he returned the punt. We're still talking about the pose. So it's a huge opportunity for these players, but I also think the players that press, the players that try to make plays, that try to have that moment, I think that can backfire. I think you have to let the game come to you, control those emotions, and find out if you can just go out there and eventually have that moment, but let it come to you.
Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
He misfired on the pass as time in the period runs out. And as we break for the quarter, Kirk, it's Texas A&M on top. Let's check out the stats now for the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Back to pass. It's Sellers. Moves out of the pocket. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. He steps out of bounds. No gain on the play. Both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge. The biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be in that postseason at the end of the year.
The Gamecocks have 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Brought down after a short pitch and catch. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. On the move now. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Gamecocks. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution on that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Good work by the blockers in that return team. He found the lane. So this drive's going to begin with good field position. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Bringing pressure. This flings it out of bounds. Pass rush closing in. Both teams trying to set the tone in this high-stakes collision here. Kirk, a long way to go. We expect this battle to come down to the final minutes.
So both these teams have been chirping back and forth during the week. I'm sure they're finally excited to be out on the field together. And this is the kind of matchup you just have to have an aggressive mindset, attacking all game long and find out who the best team is late in this game.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. To throw, it's Reed. Makes a quick catch. They make the stop after a huge play. Lose the ball to 35. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He makes the grab. Tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9. So 2 big plays in a row. The defense is reeling here. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Caught near the goal line. He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He's going to try to add to the lead now with the PAT.
Just get the ball into the hands of your guy and let him do the rest of the heavy lifting with the yards after the catch. What a great catch and score.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackling at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So here we go. First play of the drive. Under 2 minutes before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. He escapes the pocket. He's going to take off. Slides down to avoid the tackle. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. A play action, looking to throw. Now rolling out to his left. Looking deep down the left side. Downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Well, the defense does a really good job of getting that initial pressure on the quarterback, but this is what he can do. His athletic ability and his legs gets him away from the pressure. He buys some time, and I love how he keeps his eyes downfield. He's not scrambling to run. He's scrambling to make a big play with his arm, just unable to connect with the receiver downfield, but good effort and a good play.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Scanning the field. It's Sellers. Pulls it in. It's Bennett.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Chris, how about this? I mean, there's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket away from the pressure and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards in that first down.
Gets rid of it on the move. The sure hands. It's Harbor. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Looks like 1 more play here before halftime. Looking to pass here on second down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And the defender will step out of bounds after the pick to wrap up the first half of the play. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Gamecocks will kick this away to get the second half going. So no return here. He takes him in the end zone and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made after a big gain.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And that run produces a decent gain.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run, you can go to play action, but really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Short completion there. Second down coming up. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker. So So the offense faces third and short from the +26. Might be four-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. It's a keeper trying to get to the marker.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Talk about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. They come up third and short. This is the 8th play of the drive. Can he get them on the ground? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or then check him out. They need 5 yards here on 4th down to keep the drive alive. Fires it to the wideout. Great catch! Tackle is made at the 4. First down and goal. And the Aggies looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Finds an open target on the left side. He'll take it into the end zone.
Great job here of finding him again. That's his 2nd touchdown reception in his football game.
PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. Back. It's Sellers. That's caught. It's Brown. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the root.
Here's the throw deep downfield. And he makes the grab inside the 10. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there. Here we go, 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. He's got it right near the end zone. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Pressure is coming. Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Time for one more play here in the quarter. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. It's a bullet, but incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Looking to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And as we take a break, we'll take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up with the chase for those playoff positions. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Season game that's kind of felt like a playoff game. We expected that. The difference is if you lose here, you're not out of it.
Chris, just as you say, they're definitely not out of it if you lose this game. When you're a top-5 team late in the year playing in this kind of matchup, the win not only gives you confidence, but also you'd like to think a much easier path in the postseason.
It's a quarterback keeper. Great cut there. The ball on the ground. Defense recovers the fumble. It keeps going. They bring him down, but a heads-up play to scoop up the fumble and make first down yardage. To throw, it's Reed. Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Texas A&M. No chance to catch him there.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
The kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. With time running out, serious urgency here. Can they score and score quickly? First down, looking to throw the ball. He's running out of time here. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. So 2nd and 10 for the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Hot over the middle. It's Brown. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. 1st and 10 play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Well, that's the first step, Chris. They get the touchdown to bring them within 1 score, and now they got to get the ball back. They have to stay focused here. They're going to need a little luck with such little time remaining.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. They stop at the 19. Good job on the coverage team. Well, this has proven to be a fun one, Kirk. 2 teams testing each other. They're showing their quality, and now who's going to make the push down the stretch and emerge with a huge win?
Well, Chris, this is a huge opportunity. Still with the game in balance, who's going to be able to secure this victory? Not only to prove they're the better team, but to also show the committee they're deserving of getting the upper hand when it comes to decision time late in the year.
Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Back to throw. It's Reed. Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw. He makes the catch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. Pounding away with the run game. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. The Aggies expect to be able to just bleed the clock out here in the final minute. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Short completion of the tight end. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And the Aggies will bring their punt team onto the field. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Looking deep for late-game heroics. He dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge game slips through his hands. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. on second down. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. And it's hauled in. What a catch. What a throw by the freshman QB.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seemed to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
Back to throw. It's Nolan. Back-to-back deep shots. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. So second down at the incompletion. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Oh, look, he's trucking it deep again. And the deep shot falls incomplete. But there's a penalty marker on the field. No time on the clock, but that penalty give the offense one more untimed play. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to scramble. It's another deep shot. And that last pass falls incomplete. That will do it. Game over. And when your team comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, they're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. This is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
inside his own 10. He'll try to help out their field position. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense takes the field. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. And I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent.
Inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Gamecocks offense will get first crack at it today. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. And I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though. And David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do it when it matters most. And that's when we start talking about winning conference championships at the end of the years, getting into the playoffs. So great.
Lost one deep down the right side. Catch inside the 25. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of it.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! Ball that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The shot to clears offense will take the field for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate.
Always got some space. Pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On-play action on 1st down. Looking for space to the left. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Barber. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped. It's John. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, shot to clear. Looking for the time with the extra point.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quieted this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. Find some fresh air. A collision. He stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
The run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Rolling right and going deep.
Outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the container of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Finds his tight end. Turning it on. Takes it across the 20 inside the red zone, and they'll mark him out at the 19-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Coastal. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
And he muffs it, a loose football. On the move from inside his 5. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. To throw, it's Sellers. Floating away. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Bought a little time, lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up. It was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden, in this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to...
Fires one high and deep. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Looking for a physical attack from the guy. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Chanticleers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Barber. Here comes the heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they can't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Chanticleers send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Calls for the fair catch, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Offside.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Fair catch is made. They'll spot it at the 7, and a long way to go for this offense. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. To the air on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the catch on the left. Off and running. He's at the and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executed beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Dropping back, it's Barber. Looking to the big tight end. Watch out! Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. I'm out here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's John. That should be the final play of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. This is when the pressure can breaks into the open. Got the first down. Looking for more. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Chanticleer's in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And now on second down for this offense.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Chanticleers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Can't hang on, he muffs it.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field, and hey, even cause a turnover, that's just gravy.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
So underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A quick strike touchdown up top. The last time they had it, Jesse, they'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive...
Those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Let's see what they do on third down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Escapes the sack. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stay aggressive and push their way out through the 33, and it's first down. They go back to work in the final period of this one. We've reached the brink. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Looking to fire. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. Bad throw by the QB.
Moving out to the right. Let's it fly. Got his man downfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Gamecocks are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 40, there he goes. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. End off from the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Give to the running back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Gamecocks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Got it in the middle. It's Harbour. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. Unleashes to the end zone. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown. It is a dagger in this game.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock, but they made no doubt about it.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking downfield, it's Barber. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer. What a cannon this dude has for an arm.
And there's nothing more frustrating than watching Hail Mary. They don't get it to the end zone. They throw it out the back of the end zone. Great job on the quarterback. You got to put that thing way up in the air, and he does. And his receiver comes down with it. What a play.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the